witnessing a switch up in person when you were there, like in a live and active to see how people acted before the switch up is so crazy. An example I want to use for this is Spider-Man 2. Like, alright, so when Spider-Man 2 came out, everybody loved it, blah, 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 Game of the Year. And when the Game of the Awards came around, it didn't win Game of the Year. In fact, it didn't walk away with anything. If I remember correctly, Spider-Man 2 didn't win a single award. Now, me personally, I platinum Spider-Man 2. I thought it was a great game. But even with that said, out of all the games I played in 2023, I never thought it was winning Game of the Year. I personally thought Tears of the Kingdom was winning that shit. I was surprised that Tears of the Kingdom didn't win it. But the game that did end up walking away with it and a whole bunch of other awards was Baldur's Gate 3. And niggas were pissed. Oh my god, y'all should have seen it. Like, bro, everybody was like, oh, bro, who want to play this shit? RPG, blah, blah, blah. Because, you know, Baldur's Gate 3 is a turn-based RPG, and modern gamers, a lot of modern gamers don't really fuck with turn-based RPGs like that. And, like, part of the reason I got Baldur's Gate 3 is because, yeah, it won all those awards. I was like, okay, I want to see what the hype's about. I'm not going to lie, y'all. It's one of the best video games I've ever played in my entire life. I'm not going to... The story is immaculate. It has, personally... I think the greatest cast of characters I ever played in a video game so far. But yeah, but at the time, niggas were holding the fucking... I think it mostly stemmed from, like, a lot of people who played Spider-Man 2 are probably kind of like the 2K and COD niggas who don't really play anything outside of that, with, like, the exception of, like, Red Dead 2 or GTA 5 and, like, Spider-Man 2 as an example. So, like, it was crazy to see how niggas were getting so up in arms about this shit. And then, like, a year later, you know what? Be real, y'all. Spider-Man 2 was kind of disappointing. It's like, y'all were doing all that shit last year just to say this? Like, y'all were up in arms about this shit. The main complaint people have about it is the story. I'll admit, I don't... Like, I remember, like, the stuff that happens, and I remember liking the story. The only gripes I personally remember, it's been a while, so y'all let me know what y'all thought about the story in the comments. The only gripes I personally remember having about Spider-Man 2 is one, I was kind of hoping that Eddie would somehow get involved in the story and get the Venom symbiote. I don't think it would add up now in hindsight. I don't know how they would make that work or put him in the story, so that's fine. And the other thing is kind of thinking that Miles was a bit underutilized in the main story. Those were the only two problems I remember having in Spider-Man 2. Maybe if I replay it, because I have not replayed it since I beat it in like November 2023, maybe I'll see some of those issues of the story. I do remember one of the complaints is that one, everyone in that game is like nice as fuck, and two, like how short the time period that Peter only has the symbiote suit for like a week in that game, if I remember correctly. But yeah, so yeah, it was just kind of crazy to see, like, damn, y'all were just so up in arms about this last year, and now, yeah, and like some people, like, okay, you're allowed to feel disappointed or like point out complaints, that's fine. It's just like some niggas try to act like, oh yeah, this is just the worst game ever. Yeah, you should never touch Spider-Man 2. This shit just sucks. I'm like, okay, bro. Like, even if you don't like the story, I feel like the gameplay still pretty great, which is the main thing I'm here for. But like, yeah, that's just my opinion.